It is a big week for movie lovers. There are two blockbusters opening in theaters, one about some of the most iconic shoes in history, the other about an equally iconic video game, all pop culture. Rad is here this morning to share his thoughts on both of these releases. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to wait for you to tell me. Let's start with Ben Affleck. Air. He stars himself and his movie-making partner, Matt Damon. It's been a while since we've seen them together. Here's a look for everybody at home.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
Okay, lots of familiar faces. It tells the origin story of Nike's famous Air Jordan shoes. What did you think of this movie?
Well, I mean, first of all, I like how in that clip they play it with like a clock timer playing in the background. Like this is a buzzer beater moment. They're telling the story of these guys who landed the deal, like landed Michael Jordan, this rookie, for this branding deal to create Air Jordans, and they tell it with that kind of buzzer beater intensity. In terms of the movie, like this is like the most Ben Affleck movie you could imagine.
What does that mean?
Okay, because it's like, well, you know Ben Affleck, right? He tells stories that are crowd pleasers. He's very earnest. He's very sentimental. They're fun. They're entertaining. This is that kind of story where you get that charm of Matt Damon, Ben Affleck together again. They're making this the most likable story possible about the underdogs. The underdog, by the way, being Nike, which is like let's remind everyone that we are talking about a major corporation that exploits labor in different countries. They're painted as the underdog here in a very moving story about landing the most lucrative shoe deal in history. So absolutely entertaining. I think Ben Affleck, I appreciate Ben Affleck because he's so aware. You know what I mean? Like he knows that there's a little awkwardness in terms of him telling the story. First of all, he knows that he's telling a story about the white guys who made a profit off of Michael Jordan. And he's aware that he is a white guy who is once again making a profit off of this story. And he works his way around that. And he knows all the social implications, and he tries his best to still take this story and make it as likable and give it as happy ending as possible. One of the big things he does there is beef up Viola Davis's role as Michael Jordan's mother, because then it's about the mother fighting for her son to get what he's worth, so it becomes a sort of black empowerment story, which can also be a little queasy because when you're giving this story of Air Jordans and Michael Jordan a black empowerment angle, you also have to remember that Michael Jordan is also the guy who wasn't really very politically active. He's the guy that said Republicans buy shoes too. So there's some complicated feelings here that Ben Affleck is the right guy to just make it all feel gushy and soft around the edges.
Who's this for?
This is for people like Argo and Ford versus Ferrari, like those movies that make you feel good about the guys who know how to do their jobs.
Oh, so like Matt Damon movies.
Exactly.
Okay, coming up next, another cultural touch point. We have Super Mario Brothers movie. It is highly anticipated. I mean, we've teased it forever on this show. How do you think the movie, will it meet viewers' expectations?
I mean, it depends on the viewer, right? Like, I mean, if you're a kid who, my son watches YouTubers play video games. So if you're satisfied just watching other people play a video game, yeah, this will be for you. You'll be fine with this obnoxious sounding Mario entering this world. My thing, this is, I think we reached a point where you can get these cynical franchises of like the Lego movie or Sonic movie, and they're actually entertaining. Mario Brothers, falls short. This is like the laziest, dullest version of this kind of movie where they just take the scenes from the video games, hash them together, throw in every little Easter egg. Happy Easter, everyone. Easter eggs all over for the kids watching this movie. And, absolutely no personality or whatever. So they're just giving you, they're giving you all the things you expect in terms of, oh, there's Mario catching a star and turning into a strobe light and running off there. There's the go-kart mode, the Mario Kart scenes. They're giving you all the stuff that is expected rather than earned.
Quickly, who's this for?
This is for kids who like Penguins of Madagascar and Minions, okay? Like, okay, well, like, I don't know if that is like, I like those or I don't like those.
I do like those.
Well, then you're fine.
Happy Easter. Thank you, Rad.
Happy Easter.
Hey,
thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.